You just got to taste my beans, y'all. I don't know what I did. This is a new recipe that I made up. Karen, you gonna grab this for me? Oh, you got your rice. You got your plate? But I want my hair in it. My hair not combed. Can you do it without getting me? Just hold it right there. Make sure you don't get me because my hair not done. This is my good recipe right here. Right here. I don't know what I did to these beans, but I put some ground meat in them. And you better make sure you don't get me because last time you got my hair. I mean, you got the what I told you not to get. I got to give me some cameramen, some professionals. But these beans are awesome. Oh my God, you got to taste them. I put some cheese sauce in them. Some taco sauce in them. I got my little secret season. And I tell you what, you ought to taste them. They don't look dry because I don't like my beans real watery. You know, like some people like doing watery beans. And I don't like them. They just simmering now. I'm going to turn the fire off. I got to keep looking at Kiara because Kiara will have my stuff all over the place. They're delicious. I'm going to taste them again. Wow. Let me see if I can spill a cup of water. Let me see if I can give them one little shot. Put a little bit more. I'll give a little bit more water off in there. Just a little bit more. This is the bottled water. Alright. We're going to put a little bit more water because the seasoning is standing out a lot. But it tastes so good. Normally I love to put sausage in this. I love to put sausage in it and make it really taste. But we got ground meat in this time. Let's see if we can go ahead and simmer that. Do I still got the stove on? I want to see if I can still go ahead and simmer that little. I don't want it to boil down. I just want the water to catch the flavor of the beans. And that'll make it a little soupy. I know it look messy up, huh? Let it stay on. But it is so good. But I put enough water. I just want that water to catch that flavor of the beans and the sauce. Sometimes you can put a whole lot of sauce on beans. So even if you put liquid in it, all it would do is drain that season into that liquid. See, that looks good. Still won't mess up. Now those are pure beans. That's not canned beans now. Those are beans. Come from the bag. Grandma taught me how to pick them. You got to lay them down and make sure you pick the rocks out of them. Because sometimes there's rocks in them. So you eat the beans and you bite on a rock and it can chip your teeth. I think my grandmother one time, she bit down on eating beans and all the rocks wasn't picked out of them. And so she kind of chipped her tooth. So you have to be careful when you're dealing with pure beans. You know, real beans. Not the one in the can. Yeah, so this is going to come out real good. I got to watch Kiara because she'll give me a minute. Don't back up. Come up some. You know I ain't dressed. There you go. And so we just let that sit for a little while. And what's going to happen is that season is just going to drain the juice. It's going to all blend in together. We really don't even have to turn on the fire because it's already hot. Yeah. Those are our beans, y'all. Those are the beans. And I think I'll take the rest of this corner of water and I'll drink it. I can't show y'all the kind of water we be drinking over here. Yeah, so what did I do? I put some I put some of that in and it started off. This is when I first started boiling the beans. I put some Tony Chacharis. Yeah, that's actually good when you're doing the gumbo and stuff like that. You do this Creole when you're doing gumbo and stuff. So I figured I'd put some of that. And then I threw some of this. Oh, actually, it's enchilada. Amen. I thought it was taco, but it's enchilada sauce. And then I mixed some of this cheese sauce in it. Yeah. Can you see it? Kara, don't follow me. I'm following it. Just keep it still. Cheese sauce. And then we threw some little ground meat. And I have a little secret seasoning off in there. I give it a little slash, you know. And so then we're going to throw some cornbread on there. The cornbread, because, you know, we kind of budgeting. Cornbread is jiffy. Yeah. So we're going to throw some of that jiffy. Now, we can make some homemade cornbread. The beans already done. The cornbread should already been in. But we didn't put the cornbread in because we weren't going to have cornbread. We're trying to stretch food around here because we're on budget, right? So we have some. Do we have anything to make real cornbread? I see we have the cornmeal and the flour. If not, we can just use the jiffy. It's going to taste good with the jiffy. So Kiara I already started making the cornbread, but this is kind of going to use, this is not the box, this is one we're going to have tomorrow. You can also make griddle cakes with these. We've been eating breakfast. You make griddle cakes. Just like pancakes, you do everything you would do to put it in the oven, but instead of putting it in the oven, you take your little frying pan and you put it on the frying pan. And that would be good for the day if we can make griddle cakes, and then we can just put the beans on top and wrap them, you know, wrap the beans on the inside, because griddle cakes are good if you've ever made them. They're just like making pancakes, but it's just cornbread that looks like pancakes, and they're real good. So, but the cornbread Kiara's making is always in the oven, and I'm making the beans. Amen. So we're going to sit down here and have dinner in a minute. Now, we had rice for breakfast, so we're going to take some of this old rice Kiara is. Amen. What about that, Kiara? As long as you don't get me. So I'm not dressed. Amen. That's okay. Keep it on the beans. I got to wash my stove off, because you got to clean as you go. You have to clean as you go. Clean as you go. So that's cooking with Renee. That's my little cooking show for today. Amen. I'm just going to wipe around the edges here, because y'all know sometimes it gets a little filthy in the kitchen. Y'all alright. Sometimes it's a little dirty and get a little hot. We'll be okay, though. Alright, keep it on that way. Well, that's cooking with Renee. I just wanted you to see my fantastic bean, because I went down and tasted them. They were done. I still think I can probably add some more water. You see how dark that color is? That means that seasoning that I have in there. Let me see. That seasoning I have in there. That's good. Golly, that's good. God dang, that's good. Wow, that is good. Enchilada seasoning. Y'all need to try this one at home. I probably could still put some more water in here to stretch it if I needed to stretch it to make it like a soup. And I'm trying to debate on whether or not to do that, because I don't want it to. The seasoning is good. I love highly seasoned things. I love my food to be highly seasoned. And that it is. See my little ground meat off in there. Amen. I'm thinking just to go ahead and add some more water, because you see how dark that color is? That color is telling me I have a lot of seasoning, so I can actually thinning that out. That's like a roux, a gravy. I can actually thinning that out. But that's good. Even after I take mine out the oven, put it in my bowl, I'll still add some more cheese to that, because I love cheese when it comes to beans. And beans are bad enough for gas, but cheese too. Whew. So y'all know I might be talking to y'all tonight about my stomach. Amen. No, we're not going to claim that. But that's cooking with Renee, and I think we're going to go ahead and you can go and turn it off. I'm going to add just a little bit.